Welcome to A Taste of Theater, where everyone is a star. This is the place where playwrights from around the country will come to showcase one scene of their play.
Give me a taste, I want a taste.
Today's star is shining bright on David Alex of Chicago, Illinois, and we will see a clip of his play, Eroica.
Taste of Theater.
My name is David Alex. I grew up in Chicago. Well, I've always been writing. When I was 8 or 9 years old, I wrote puppet shows for kids in the neighborhood. And as I grew older, I still kept writing. I wrote short stories for myself. Always loved, when I was in high school, writing research papers. I loved research even as a child, and I still do. And then I decided one year to write a novel. And it took a couple of years. International assassination conspiracies, murder, intrigue, all that business. It was not published. And I decided, I think I'd like to work on my dialogue a little bit. And what better way than working on a play? And then I discovered, this is great. No adjectives. Didn't have to worry about the powerful rays of the sun and all of that business. So since that time, and that was about 1979, I've written 13 or 14 full-length plays and about 18 one-acts, and most have been staged at one time or another. Well, Eroica is set in a small U.S. town during the Vietnam War. And that was a tumultuous time, and I remember that. And one of the themes of the play is life is full of choices. And I wanted to write about that era and choices that people faced. I really wasn't sure what direction the play was going to go. And a common question that's often asked of me is, do you write a plot first and then develop the characters, or develop the characters first and then the plot sort of unfolds? In this particular case, I had the war as a background, and I established the characters first. And then I let it go and see where it led, and it went through, as you can imagine, many writings, many revisions, and what have you. The play has 4 characters, 2 men, 2 women. One of the characters is a high school basketball coach who was a high school basketball hero, and then he became a coach at the school. And in this town, as a basketball coach, he's about one step above God, let's say. His wife, very patriotic, spearheads a letter writing campaign supporting the troops. Her brother's an MIA, missing in action. The coach, by the way, has faked a medical injury in order to avoid the draft. Of course, his wife does not know that. The coach's sister is a nun, physically disabled, and participates in prayer vigils against the war. The 4th and final character is a former athlete of the coach who was kicked off the team by the coach, has learned the coach's secret, and is bent on revenge. I would say the hardest character was the sister, the nun. I've never been a sister. I've never been a nun. And it's interesting that she has become one of the most popular characters in the play by audience members. What I want someone to take away from the play basically is this. I want the person who's leaving the theater not to be exactly the same person who entered the theater. I want them to learn something about themselves and about other people, and to realize that, yes, life is full of choices for them, but also for other people too.
And why did you feel this story needed to be told at this time?
To me, Eroica is a timeless play, a timely play with a timeless message. It deals with, as we say, the war at that time. The war in Vietnam was a tumultuous time. War is always tumultuous, no matter where you are, what country, and what time period. And as it turned out, one of the themes of the play turned out to be honor. And one of the things that Grace, who's the nun in the play, explains is that everyone can have honor. Whether one is for the war or against the war, if you stand up for what you believe, you can have honor. And that's one thing that I would like people to take away with them when they leave the play. So my advice to playwrights is advice I give myself. Write what you know, but write what you don't know. Another bit of advice is something that I learned from Jonathan Wilson, who's the department chair at Loyola University for theater. And he said, always think of tension. You want there to be tension, and you want the tension to increase. And if you think about it, all plays, comedy, where does comedy come from? There's tension. There's something somebody wants, somebody doesn't want them to have it. And look at I Love Lucy. That's a classic example people use for tension. Just writing funny lines, a comic stand-up. That's not a comedy play. So one of the things that I always ask myself when I go to see a play as an audience member is, when does the tension begin for me? So that's some of the advice that I would give. Well, one way is to go to my website, which is www.davidalex.net, davidalex.net, and my email is on that website. I can be contacted that way. The Greenhouse Theater in Chicago has a program called Trellis, where on Tuesday nights they have readings for playwrights to come in with their own actors, and it's a great opportunity for actors to hear their plays read. So I encourage more theaters to do this. That's how we serve playwrights, actors, and theater. I also like to give a shout out, if you don't mind, to a lot of these foundations that give their hundreds of thousands of dollars to theater. It seems sometimes that money goes to money. Let's take $100,000, which is a pretty small grant for some of these foundations. You give it to some of these larger companies, it's almost lunch for them. You take $100,000 and divide it by 10, that is a production for 10 companies. We're seeing 10 new works in the theater. So that's my shout out to foundations. Please think about that. And to audience members, go to theater. We need you. On with the show. Here we go. Thank you very much. And good night, Miss Calabash, wherever you are.
Where the wind blows.
Thank you. I was just looking for some extra paper. I forgot my notebook.
Oh, there should be some by the calendar.
Calendar. Thank you. Well, I looked through the program.
And?
It's good. I see you've made some changes already.
Not really.
It just seems cleaner, more efficient than last time. These loops are complicated, all right.
Maybe if I just tried a more basic program, one that didn't move so much.
Take the easy way out.
Where have I heard that before?
Exactly, but don't worry. The rest of this shouldn't be so hard to fix. We'll get you untrapped.
Untrapped?
That's my own word. Sort of explains everything easier.
Oh, I see what you mean.
So we untrap this thing, and then dinner tomorrow night.
Tomorrow?
How's our agreement, fella?
Yes. I guess I just wasn't expecting it so soon.
No. Is that a problem?
Probably not.
Just a home-cooked dinner, and we'll be even. I'm simply helping you close some hoops.
Hoops?
Did I say hoops? Loops! I meant loops! Yeah, you don't mind my calling you Sally.
You're an adult now.
Well, my problem was that I thought I was an adult before I really was one.
And you learn from your mistakes.
Definitely.
What?
It's just that
Well, go on.
This is probably good for you. Working on the program, so you don't have to talk about your brother.
Oh, I like talking about Buddy.
Sort of makes it seem like you're still here.
In a way, yes.
Wait, Buddy enlisted, wasn't this about the same time Coach Hale was offered the job here?
Yes, they graduated together.
I don't mind telling you, I was worried.
Worried?
Well, there I was, going into my senior year. We had a pretty good team, and well, you can imagine I had big hopes for this season.
Sure.
Word was some big college coaches might scout us that year. You know what that means.
Oh, yes.
Then all of a sudden we have a new coach, and he's not just new to us, but well.
He had never even coached before.
Now he was the head coach.
No wonder you were worried.
Exactly. So Coach didn't enlist with your brother?
No.
Oh, that's right. He started coaching right away. That's a lucky break for him.
Lucky?
About not getting drafted. Us small town men always get called first. There's not as many here as in the big cities.
Yeah, true.
But like Coach always says, when you're in a close game, you make your own luck.
Well, this time, as it turns out, it's bad luck.
I don't understand.
It's rather personal.
Of course, it's not my business.
He just doesn't like to.
Oh, I understand. I just hope it's nothing serious.
He has a medical deferment.
A medical deferment? I thought he played ball in college.
He did.
Oh. It's whatever he has. It's not real serious, is it?
Oh, no.
That's good. Obviously, it's serious enough to keep him from serving, but what I mean is, what I hope is it's not life-threatening, is it?
I appreciate your concern, but I guess I don't...
No, I know. It's none of my business. Believe me, I understand. This is something between the two of you. It's just that I was worried.
And I appreciate it. And, he's fine now. He just can't do any strenuous exercise at all.
Oh, man. That must be killing him.
Well,
I just meant that it's...
No, I know.
frustrating.
Fortunately, with his medication, he can get through the day.
So he's cured? That's a relief.
Well, no, he's still on medication.
Cured when he's on medication? I don't know if that makes any sense, but I know what you mean.
Good.
And the doctor?
Doctor?
Doctor, whoever he is he good? I mean, do you trust him?
Oh, sure, absolutely. Coach has been going to him for years.
This all just sounds very,
Confusing?
yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I try to tell him to take it easy, but, well, you know how he is.
He's a very proud guy. I can't imagine Coach ever slowing down.
No, me neither. And neither can anyone else. Take a look at this.
Inducted!
Isn't it wonderful?
Yes! And the timing is perfect.
Perfect?
Sure, right before the holiday tournament, he always gets psyched up for that one.
Yeah, too much sometimes.
I read in the paper about the special alumni game he's organizing to benefit the veterans.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm sure they and their families appreciate his support. Sounds like he's really going to be busy.
Yeah, he never could sit still.
Back back on the Duke floor.
Yeah.
The alumni will love it.
You know, it's the first Friday in February. Maybe.
Oh, that would be nice, but I'll be out of town.
You know, we really should get started. As I said, I need to visit my mother this
Of course.
afternoon.
Just when you started talking about basketball, well, you know.
Oh, I know. I live with it every day.
I can imagine. So all we still need is an escape from some of these loops, and I think I worked something out. We use a call exit statement.
To quit the program.
Right. Call exit came to me last night. Here it is.
Oh, this is good. Oh, this is very good.
A few new if-then statements, the infinite loops are terminated, and then we'll have our resolution.
I think this will work. Oh, is this a 31 or a 37?
So, let me see it. It looks like a 37, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
I must have meant 37.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh shoot! Ah!
Oh my God! Oh no! Oh!
I'm so clumsy sometimes.
Oh, no problem. Oh gosh.
Ooh, ah. Thank you. When did you say that alumni game was?
Oh, the first Friday in February. But that's this year's calendar. Next year's is right here. First Friday is February 3rd.
The 3rd. Thank you.
Oh gosh, look at the time. I have to be going.
Going?
Yeah, remember I said I could only meet for a short time.
Oh right, I completely forgot. Otherwise I wouldn't have talked so much.
Oh, well.
Well, you better go ahead. I guess I'll try to remember all this. It's just that these loops, while they're on my mind,
What?
I think I can finish everything up here, the program, in just a few minutes. I'd rather not leave in the middle. I'm just afraid I'll forget the path we're on. But if you don't want me here long, I understand.
No, don't be silly. Make yourself at home.
Are you sure you don't mind?
No, of course not.
And tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow for dinner?
Yes.
Perfect.
Just, make sure to close the door behind you.
I will. I'm gonna close all the doors. Especially the door on that two-faced son of a bitch who ruined my life. I belong back on that Duke floor, alright? Running fast breaks and breaking the press, not mopping the goddamn floors every night for some asshole programmer. Making me pay $50 to rewrite a stupid program. Bingo. Winterhalter. That makes it. Hey Bill, Charles. you're still investigating this winter halter for the paper, right? Good. Listen, my hunch was right. The VH you were searching for is Victor Hale. I'm at his house right now. Look, and then I go to call exit, nested loop at statement number, you know what I mean.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm Grace, Victor's sister.
And then,
Our order no longer dresses traditionally.
you kicked the habit.
One could say that.
I'm a friend.
I would hope so.
Charles.
It's nice to meet you, Charles.
I'm a computer programmer. I like solving puzzles, putting everything together and seeing where it leads.
Must be fascinating.
Knowledge is power. Everyone agrees.
Oh, but knowledge isn't always wisdom. Some agree.
I'm working with Sally on the program.
I didn't think you were a thief.
That's good. Of course, there probably isn't much here to steal.
Could be more valuable than one's honor and integrity.
You're a very good nun.
Call me Grace.
Sister Grace.
Grace is fine.
Grace it is.
And, you're working with Sally?
Yes.
See.
I played for Coach Hale.
Oh!
You know, I've always wondered, what was he like growing up?
I think he was born with 3 balls. A basketball and, you know.
You sure you're a nun?
Stereotypes can be dangerous.
I'm sure.
Growing up, he'd pretend a spot on the garage wall was the basket and keep shooting at it, and the spot kept getting bigger and bigger. You picture that?
Oh, yeah.
Even though we had a backboard, he'd still shoot against the wall.
Muscle memory.
Yes, that's what he said. And you, what did you work on?
Executing a reverse two-hand dunk.
Really?
Shoving the ball down their throats. Seeing the looks on their faces as they choke on the ball. Oh, much more satisfying than a basic layup. Don't you think so?
I'm afraid a game of horse was the limit of my athletic prowess.
A reverse two-hand dunk, just like Alcindor?
No, Alcindor.
Right.
And you can do that, a reverse two-hand dunk.
Well, I wouldn't be here if I could.
I suppose not.
Coach showed me a workout I used to improve my vertical jump. I climb up onto a bench with a barbell on my back like this. Right foot up, right foot down, right foot up, right foot down, then the left side, left foot up, left foot down, left foot up, left foot down, 3 sets of 10.
Glad he was able to help you.
Yes, I owe him a lot. MVP, you must have been very proud.
As you can imagine, he worked very hard.
I'll bet the colleges were standing line at the door.
The phone never stopped ringing.
Sounds exciting.
Oh, you have no idea.
No, I don't. It's too bad about what happened.
What happened?
It was also sudden. He played sports all through school, passing the physical every year, and then he takes the physical for the draft and fails it. Funny, failing it probably saved his life.
That's so.
I was thinking about the war. If he'd been drafted and sent over, well, who knows what would have happened.
It's a frightening war.
All wars are frightening.
Yes.
But this isn't like World War II. And everyone who could walk or crawl volunteered.
Just about.
Even those who couldn't pass the physical tried to find some way to join.
It's true.
And athletes, they They stopped playing and enlisted. They risked. You know the risks.
Yes.
Athletes like Ted Williams, the baseball player.
Hank Greenberg, Pee Wee Reese.
Right.
Stan Musial, Enos Slaughter, Billy Herman.
Right. But I suppose World War II was a different war. And a different time. I mean, it didn't look very good. Being an athlete, playing sports, while others were fighting, dying. I feel for Coach Hale.
How did you say you knew my brother again?
Basketball? He was my coach.
Huh.
Of course, he's still my coach. Once someone's your coach, I suppose he's always your coach, huh?
And where are you playing now?
Oh, I had to give it up.
Oh.
My senior year, I got drunk at a party, and I trashed a house.
See.
Coach kicked me off the team for, as he said, bringing dishonor to the team. I was bitter for quite a while.
Bitter about your mistake.
Changed my life forever.
Give me a taste, I wanna taste.
Taste of theater.
Give me a taste, I wanna taste.
Taste of theater.
Give me a taste, I wanna taste.
Listen, we need to talk. Okay, you have no idea what is going on in your brother's life.
I know. I know what Dante does. Okay, but I also know my brother, and I know he's not involved in any of that. Look, he came over here to talk to Quentin. That was it. He didn't come over here to hurt anyone.
Okay, that's exactly.
He didn't come over here to hurt anyone.
That is exactly my point.
On 3 buses for? Y'all want them papers, you'll have to get them your own self.
We can't get it, Paris. It's in a strong box, in a hole under Johnny's desk. He don't trust me no more. Since I told him I want to leave, and Phyllis ain't got no reason to be in his room. He always keeps his office door locked.
Well, how am I supposed to get in?
Johnny need a bartender, and all I got to do is say your name.